we're gonna make your track sound like this.
And my mission is to teach divine classes to the masses, set the wicked on fire, have them sitting in their ashes.
Now, if you've been following the series, you know where we came from. The vocals were dry, they were kind of buried with everything.
My mission is to teach divine classes to the masses, set the wicked on fire, have them sitting in their ashes.
Today we're gonna be zooming in and clearing up some of that mud, and then zooming out and then seeing the overall picture so we can clear some of this stuff up. We're gonna have some fun, you're gonna learn some tips and tricks, and things that I do, and things you may agree with and not agree with. So let's get into it. This EQ isn't on anything, it's strictly for visuals. When we're talking about a vocal mix, this is before a mix on the vocals, and this is after a mix on the vocals. At least that's what I visualize when I hear it. Something like this.
Lost souls walking the block, crying and fiending, screaming for money, guns and false gods. Lost souls walking the block, crying and fiending, screaming for money, guns and false gods.
So I'm going to show you the rundown of that process. Main center in a group, doubles in a group, all going to a master group. Multiple stages of compression and EQ, specifically right here and here. So let's run through the vocal chain that are on those. 2 safety EQs just in case I ever need to use them for anything. OTT for later, SSL channel for EQ and compression as well. You can use stock Ableton plugins for this, but everything's in the box, that's why I like to use it. Light compression to control peaks, anything to control S's, and then one last EQ just in case I need it. Alright, get it to whatever sounds good. This is not set in stone yet. And remember, I'll perform automation on here.
And false gods, a walking contradiction is really a facade. My lord, they really don't know what to do. We gon' leave everything up to you. Bow your heads now.
Okay, we're gonna put a pause on that and move on to the hook. That vocal chain, we can put it on here and here, mess with it later if we need to. Here's a little bit of what the hook sounds like if you don't remember.
Can't sell our souls. We can't sell our souls. Oh no.
Okay, that ghostly effect. Duplicate your center vocal, consolidate it, reverse it, reverb 100%, consolidate it again, reverse it again, put a compressor on there, press external, and use your source as your main vocal. Mess with the threshold, ratio, get it to what sounds good to you. Run that back if you need to, I know it was a lot. Here's an audio recap of the effect. So it kind of sounds like this. So it kind of sounds like this. Taking a quick break from all that voiceover, just have some water and just take a quick second. But I also want to explain something. Like, I got into music because I loved where it would send you whenever you would close your eyes. So like music, if you think back on like your favorite songs, it could take you to a certain place. But whenever you close your eyes and listen to music and you're mixing, I feel like you should be curating that space for the listener or yourself. And then so what you have to develop, I think, is being able to like zoom in on certain parts, so like just like the drums, or zoom in just on the vocals, being able to zoom in on fine details as far as like the reverb on the vocals, but also knowing when to zoom out and look at everything and not be like such a technical analyzer, but being able to listen back and be more of the listener again. And so like whatever image that you're making, it's going to be different to everyone who listens to it. But you have to be comfortable with the vision in your head, and what that final product may be is dependent on everything. So just remember, nothing's set in stone, but these are like some ways that we can think about music and think about mixing and being comfortable with the outcome for whatever it is that it may be that you're trying to do. Anyways, if you like what you're hearing, like and subscribe. Let's get back to it. So you got your vocals where you like them. Now it's time to look at the beat. And these are things just to consider. Tips and tricks, if you will. Right, so if you're on a phone, you may not hear this. Consider this. So I want to talk about drums next, but we have to consider something first. Should mastering be an entirely separate process or part of the mixing process? I'll show you what I do. And I might get hate for this, but that's okay. I have my own techniques, and it's whatever sounds good to you, right? So I use this free plugin. It's a clipper. It's one I'm used to. Ableton now has the clipping option in its saturator, but I use this on my master. Honestly, this is where a lot of the magic happens with the drums. So I definitely push my drums into that clipper with some volume. Now what happens when we push EQ into it and different effects? Okay, so this technique of pushing the EQ and different effects into that clipper, take that same idea and now use it in the vocal chain that we set up earlier. And you can start getting textures like this.
Renaissance, remarkable rendition.
These are just the doubles, but you're getting the idea, and I'm definitely exaggerating it just so you can hear.
Force of a black griffin, melanated demigod with spiritual intuition.
And I guess I should show you the center take that's on there as well.
These divine classes to the masses, set the wicked on fire, have them sitting in their ashes.
And I think there's one thing that we failed to mention that you can hear when we're listening back, and that's reverb and delay. And I'm going to try to make this quick and simple. What has priority? In my case, it's the vocals. So we do that thing where we close our eyes and visualize where that space is, and that's where reverb comes in. In rare cases, I will actually throw reverb and delay on a track specifically, but I usually do that for effects. Use return tracks, it will save your CPU and you won't have to keep track of a whole bunch of effects. Find a reverb that you like, I use these ones, mess with some of these settings, use too much, and then back off. Delay, it's all about perform this with automation, draw it in however you need to. And one major tip that I think people don't talk about, if you're trying to emphasize a certain part of the verse or there's a cut in the beat, just turn off your return tracks. It'll actually help you with mixing.
God with spiritual intuition, murdering and false prophets, there ain't no competition. My mission is to teach divine classes to the masses.
So I think this sums things up nicely. A lot of abstract ideas and maybe tips that you could use for your mix. Check out the last video. It was us doing vocal alignment and then even studio prep, which is the video before that. So until then, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Contradiction is really a facade. My lord, they really don't know what to do. We gon'